Before humans knew how to kill, someone taught them. Before beauty became vanity, someone revealed it. Before war covered the earth, an angel descended. His name was Azazel, and heaven never forgot what he did. This is not a myth. This is not folklore. This is the story they removed from Scripture because it revealed too much. Long before kings, long before prophets, the Bible hints at a moment when sons of God came down to the daughters of men. They were called watchers, not protectors, not messengers, observers, angels assigned to watch humanity grow, to record, to witness, to report back to heaven. But watching was not enough. Curiosity became fascination. Fascination became desire, and desire broke heaven's law. Among them was one who did not just fall, he led. Azazel, while others desired humans. Azazel desired influence, while others sought companionship. Azazel sought transformation. He looked at mankind, fragile, curious, unguarded, and decided they should be more, not because he loved them, but because he wanted to see what they could become. Azazel taught men how to forge blades, not tools, weapons. He showed them how metal could be shaped, how fire could transform earth into instruments of death. He taught them shields, and how to pierce them, armor, and where to strike. He taught women the secrets of adornment, how to enchant with beauty, how to hide corruption behind gold and paint, how to make the outer self more valuable than the inner. And when humanity asked questions, they were never meant to ask. Questions about the stars, about spirits, about power. Azazel answered. Violence spread like wildfire. The weapons Azazel taught them to forge were turned on each other. Brother raised blade against brother. Tribes went to war. Blood soaked the ground. The earth cried out. And in heaven they heard. The Watchers had crossed a line by loving humans. But Azazel had gone too far. He hadn't just fallen. He had taught humanity to fall with him. God did not debate. He did not negotiate. He commanded. The archangels, heaven's enforcers, were dispatched, not to save humanity, not to reverse what had been done, but to judge the ones who had taught it. The Watchers would be bound, but Azazel would be buried. Azazel was cast into the earth, not killed, not destroyed, buried, chained beneath stone and darkness until the final judgment. The ancient texts say sharp rocks covered his prison, so he would never see the light of day again, so he would never teach again, so his voice would never corrupt another soul. But even bound in the deepest darkness, even wrapped in chains of divine light, his influence lingered. The weapons remained. The vanity remained. The knowledge remained. Azazel was buried, but what he taught humanity could never be unlearned. This is why his name is rarely spoken, why this story was removed from most Bibles, why church leaders said it was apocryphal, not canonical. Because Azazel reveals a terrifying truth. Not all angels were loyal. Not all knowledge is safe. Not every fall was accidental. Some angels didn't rebel in rage. They rebelled in curiosity. They didn't hate humanity. They wanted to transform it. And that is far more dangerous. Azazel is still bound, chained beneath the earth in absolute darkness, waiting. The Book of Enoch says he will remain there until the day of judgment, until the final reckoning, until God opens the earth and brings him forth to face ultimate justice. But here's what terrifies me. If one fallen angel, one teacher, changed the entire course of human history, if his influence still shapes our world thousands of years later, ask yourself this. What happens when the chains are finally removed? Drop a comment below. Do you think this knowledge, Azazel taught, still influences humanity today? If this story shook you, hit that like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. There are more watchers, more stories, more fallen angels the church doesn't talk about. Subscribe, because we're bringing every single one to light.